Happy Monday, Bulldogs. This week in geometry, we are going to learn our last set of new topics in Chapter 7 on Monday, and then we'll be spending the rest of the week reviewing and completing a final project for the chapter. On Monday, today, we are going to talk about mid-segments and trapezoids. On Wednesday, we will spend some time reviewing the topics that we have talked about in this chapter pertaining to quadrilaterals and their properties. And your assignment for the week will be a project that synthesizes the ideas in Chapter 7. This project will be due the following week on Friday. This week, starting today, I am also going to reopen the quizzes assignment that you had last week. If you did not get a chance to work on that assignment, or if you were not able to meet the minimum required score of a 12 out of 15, I would like you to revisit that assignment and complete that for me this week. Please let me know if you have any questions. Let's get started. In a triangle, a mid-segment is a segment that joins the midpoints of two sides in a triangle. So in the figure shown, triangle ABC has mid-segment DE because it connects the midpoints of sides AC and side CB. There are two properties that are associated with every mid-segment. The mid-segment of a triangle will always be parallel to the third side of the triangle, and it will always be half the length of the third side of the triangle. So again, for example, in triangle ABC above, segment DE is the mid-segment, and because of this, we know that DE is parallel to segment AB, and also the length of DE is half the length of segment AB. In problem 7-126, we are going to graph triangle ABC on the coordinate plane below. The first thing we are asked to do is to find the coordinates of P, which is the midpoint of segment AB. Then we will find the coordinates of point Q, which is the midpoint of segment BC. Remember that we can use the slope of the sides of the triangles to help us figure out where the midpoint is. Slope gives us directions between 2 points. It tells us how to travel to get from point A to point B. If we travel half the distance that our slope tells us to travel, we will end up at the midpoint of a segment. For example, the slope of segment AB tells us that we need to go up 6 and over 2 to get from point A to point B. If we want to travel just half the distance to find the midpoint, that means we need to go up 3 spaces and over 1. This is point P, and the coordinate of point P is the point 1, 3, and that is the midpoint of segment AB. Pause the video and see if you can figure out the midpoint of segment BC. Hopefully you found that the slope of segment BC is 6 over 5. If we're going to find the midpoint, that means we need to only go up 3 and back 2.5. So our midpoint Q has coordinates 4.5, 3. We are asked to show that the length of the mid-segment PQ is half the length of segment AC. This is one of the properties that's stated in the mid-segment theorem. If we count the spaces for segment PQ, we will find that it is 3.5 units long. And if we count the number of spaces that segment AC takes up, we will find that it is 7 units long. So yes, PQ is half the length of AC. We're also asked to verify that PQ is parallel to AC. If we are showing that segments are parallel, we need to show that their slopes are the same. So the slope of segment PQ is equal to 0 over 3.5, which is 0. And the slope of segment AC is 0 over 7, or 0. The two segments have the same slope, which means they are in fact parallel. The last topic we are going to talk about in this chapter is about a type of quadrilateral called a trapezoid. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral that has one pair of parallel sides. There are two special types of trapezoids. One is called a right trapezoid. A right trapezoid has two consecutive angles that are right angles. The other special type of trapezoid is an isosceles trapezoid. This is a trapezoid in which the non-parallel sides are congruent. These shapes are mentioned on your quadrilaterals org chart. That completes our notes for Chapter 7. Let's talk about what you're going to do over the next 2 days to practice. As mentioned earlier in the video, the first thing I want you to start working on this week is the quizzes assignment that was given to you last week. If you have not completed it yet, or if you were not able to reach a minimum score of 12 out of 15 last week. If you already completed the assignment with a minimum score of at least 12 out of 15, you do not need to worry about going back and working through that quizzes assignment again. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to send me an email. The second thing I'd like you to do is to fill out the Google form attached to this resource tab if you have any remaining questions over the material for Chapter 7. And the third thing I'd like you to do is work through the following book problems in your notes. We will begin Wednesday's lesson with a discussion of these problems. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great week.